Nintendo, you've done it again. It's been 6 years since the release of Zelda Breath of the Wild, a game that garnered much critical acclaim and was universally loved by the gaming community. Everyone unanimously agreed that this was one of the greatest games ever made. With that being said, Nintendo had some huge shoes to fill to make sure that this next installment not only lived up to the original, but also exceeded expectations by delivering something that was uniquely creative, while also paying homage to the original game.
Raw. Worth the wait. This guy got balls of steel.
Feel like I'm in a Studio Ghibli movie.
Yo! Okay. Lit, raw as hell. That's gonna be my thumbnail.
Now, I have to be honest. I never played a Zelda game in my life until Breath of the Wild. And even that game I didn't actually play until 2 years ago. I'd heard about how great of a game it was, but I'd always just put it off. However, I finally got the chance to play the game 2 years ago. And when I finally did, I was amazed at how beautiful the world looked, a world filled with color and things to do. I was amazed and in awe at how specific and obvious the game mechanics were, and throughout the whole experience, I was thoroughly entertained. Suffice it to say, I couldn't wait to play the sequel. But now that it's here, what can I say about it? To be clear, I have not finished this game. I can only speak on a couple of hours of game time, but from what I've played, I can already tell that I'm going to love this game. Oh, and just so you know, I'm going to show a few minor spoilers from the beginning, so you have been warned. With that being said, let's get to it. Tears of the Kingdom starts off with Link and Zelda exploring beneath Hyrule Castle. The first scene sets the tone for the game. It's clear Nintendo's going for something a little bit more serious and eerie than Breath of the Wild. As you're walking along these tunnels, you're greeted to some eerie, spooky music. And it's one of the examples of the amazing sound design that Nintendo has incorporated into Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh my god. I like the vibes. I like the vibes right now.
My favorite part during this scene is the fact that Link retains all of his progress from the previous game, starting off max buff with 30 hearts, with the sword that seals the darkness.
You lead the way. I'm ready. I'm leveled up to the max. Okay. I got nerfed.
But you know what? That's okay, because that's the perfect segue into another reason that I'm really excited for this game, and that's the villain. Straight off the bat, you get the sensation that this guy is not messing around. He gives off this feeling of being more powerful, more callous, more unpredictable, more threatening than the last one. I mean, just look at this. Badass. After Ganondorf, I think it's Ganondorf, I'm actually not sure, separates our heroes and essentially wrecks the entirety of the Hyrule Kingdom, Link wakes up with a new arm and begins to explore the Sky Islands. Pretty soon we're also greeted with a new character in the form of Rauru, a character with a really cool design and honestly a pretty great voice, who's also the previous owner of the arm that we now have.
To those with sufficient power. I'm sorry. I did not intend to startle you. It was I that spoke to you earlier. That arm originally belonged to me. I am Rauru.
Source of the right arm. Funny as hell. Tears of the Kingdom retains a lot of the same mechanics and game designs from Breath of the Wild. For example, fighting is essentially the exact same mechanics as the last game. You can dodge at the last moment and then have a opportunity to have a flurry rush of attacks, or if you press A at just the right time, you can also parry an attack. The Sky Islands are all different environments, but still give off the same feeling and sensation of familiarity that we had from the last map when we were in Hyrule Kingdom. So it's different, but it feels really similar to something we've already felt. You still get the same idea of vibrant colors, an interesting application of weather, and obviously still a lot of climbing. Even when we return to Hyrule, you can see that the environment looks pretty much the same. There's still some new elements around there with geography and things like that, but overall, nothing much has changed, which personally, I don't mind. It was the same map that I grew accustomed to, and I want to keep it that way. And also, something that still stays the same is that Link still doesn't talk, which I'm not really complaining about, but I just think it's kind of funny.
You know, I think it's funny that in this game, or at least in the last one, Link doesn't talk except to other people. And now, when he wakes up alone with a voice in his head, doesn't even bother saying, "Hey, who the hell are you? What the hell am I doing here?" Nah, he's just like, I'll chill. I'm good.
Oh, and you still get a Purr Pad. Yo, it's like a Switch! Oh, okay. I fuck with that. I like that. Okay, yeah. Zelda, it's not Mario no more. Zelda is the Nintendo game. That's it. Alright. Now, when it comes to things that are different, there's a whole lot to look at. For example, we have some new characters in the form of the Zonai. They're these green, nice beings with some really awesome sound design. Speaking of the Zonite, we also have Zonite tools, which can be used to traverse the world of Tears of the Kingdom. These have been in previous trailers before, but just to give you a few examples, we have a car, a fan, a light reflector, etc., etc. But the biggest change from Breath of the Wild is the implementation of the new abilities. As far as I can tell, we do not keep any of the previous abilities like Rivali's Aid, which is a shame because I really liked Rivali's Aid, and it's probably the best words you could hear in Breath of the Wild.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
So far in the game, I have 4 new abilities: Fuse, Ultra Hand, Ascend, and Recall. Now, if you've seen the trailers, or if you've seen any of the gameplay footage for Tears of the Kingdom before it came out, then you're probably familiar with a lot of these. But if you're not, we'll go one by one. Fuse is the ability to combine any 2 objects with your weapons or shield, or your arrows. You can make really insane combinations, and Nintendo really gives you the freedom to explore your creativity. Sometimes you will need a specific weapon to break rocks, which will require its own specific combination. Sometimes you'll see random objects scattered throughout the kingdom, and you'll think, maybe I can put these 2 together, and sure enough, you can. All it does is make your weapon more strong, more powerful, and last a little bit longer. Arrow combinations are also a little bit new. As far as I'm aware, I don't think Nintendo intends to bring back the bomb arrows or fire arrows or the elemental arrows from the last game. But we do have these new fruits and things that sort of give off essentially the same powers and abilities. Then there is Ultra Hand. And Ultra Hand is essentially Fuse, except it's not with weapons. With Ultra Hand, use Fuse, you're going to use probably the most often Fuse and Ultra Hand at every chance you get. Ultra Hand allows you to attach 2 different objects together to create different vehicles or to create a combination of an item that you need to traverse or to get to a certain spot. Also, you'll need these 2 abilities for solving puzzles.
Boy, get your goofy ass in this shit right now. Go see your homie.
There's really no end to the amount of combinations you can make. You also have these cool new Zonite vehicles that are sort of littered throughout the land. They're not exactly vehicles, some are, but some are just something as simple as a wheel or a fan, which you can attach to a vehicle you made by using Ultra Hand to create a boat or a little car, things like that. Rewind is the ability to send an object back in time to its original position, which is also useful for traveling, especially if you're going to go to a sky island. You're going to use these a lot. And lastly, we have Ascend, which is the simplest one, where you can just ascend into a location as long as there's a flat surface to go up to. This just makes it easy to not have to walk or climb all around the map, as long as you have a flat surface, and especially if you're underground, you can just pop right back up. But I will say this one is the most difficult one for me to use because there are a lot of moments where I should be using it, but I don't because I forget that I can use it, or I just get stuck in my old habits of Breath of the Wild where I had to walk or climb through everything. Another thing that's different are the shrines. The design of them is different, the sound design is different, but you're basically doing the same thing. You're solving puzzles to get orbs of life, which you can then trade in to upgrade your health or your stamina. In my experience, because of the new abilities, puzzles tend to be a little bit trickier than the last game. The freedom you get in applying these abilities makes it difficult to know which one you really need and for what scenario. But overall, it's still a very fun experience. My favorite new thing about Tears of the Kingdom has to be the towers. I like the new design of the towers, the fact that Purah is the one behind the creation. I like the fact that you don't have to climb up the towers to unlock them anymore. All you have to do is solve a puzzle to access the tower entrance, which can be something as simple as finding a missing piece or just helping get the tower operator to access the tower. I love the animation of Link using the Purah pad to activate the tower, then being launched into the sky where he can scan the whole horizon and have access to the map and the sky map of that location.
Ken. Yeah! I really like this.
This makes unlocking towers a perfect way to travel to your next location. If you want to go to your next tower or your next spot, you can just go up from a tower, get launched upward towards the sky, and dive and glide down to your next location. It makes unlocking towers so much more fun. It's one of my favorite parts of the new game. And the last big difference is the fact that you can revisit your old friends. A lot of old friends from Breath of the Wild have grown up. I mean, time has passed by in real world and in the game.
Yes. She got old.
Okay. Now where have you been?
She speaks.
And you get to see so many new enemies with different skills and different designs that really shows how well Nintendo listened to people's opinion on the last game where they felt that there wasn't a lot of enemy design. And this one, there is a lot of enemy design.
Damn it! Whoa, whoa! The big boy's coming!
All in all, after a week of playing Tears of the Kingdom and exploring this new world and exploring these new abilities, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I am 100% confident that this game will win Game of the Year. Deservedly so. I've been having so much fun playing this game, and this was my most anticipated game of the year, and I'm incredibly happy with what they've done. And with it, I've had so much fun playing it. I feel like a little kid again when I was playing with my DSi, just taking my Switch everywhere I can, playing along. And I haven't felt this excited for a game since the beginning of the year, when Dead Space came out. I don't know if I'll feel like this for the rest of the year, because this was the one game I've been waiting for outside of Hades 2. I'm really happy with Tears of the Kingdom. I 10 out of 10 recommend it for all Nintendo lovers they're gonna love it. And for anyone interested in just trying it out, I would definitely suggest playing Breath of the Wild first and then trying this game. But if you can't wait that long, then just go for it. So far, this has been an amazing game. I can't wait to see what happens. Can't wait to see how it ends. Honestly, after I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna go play some more. Anyways, I hope that helps. Thank you all for watching. And if you like this type of video, then please like and subscribe, so I know that you guys want more content like this. Yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and have a good day. See ya.